to another video. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Yoli. Welcome. And this is Plant to Go, where we talk about all things plants. I share my collection with you, my journey, trial and error, which to me, in my opinion, that is what makes the ultimate plant parent, is through experience, through trial and error. That is literally how we learn as human beings. So yeah, in today's video I have a few plants that I want to repot. So far I have 3. So if you're interested in watching me do that today, please continue to watch the video. I also have a topic that I would like to discuss, talk about, that literally happened to me hours ago, and I just have to say something about it because it's just, yeah, it's there. So thankfully I have something to talk about, because I feel like the last few videos have just been, you know, plants, which, yes, that's what this channel is about, but I also want to like involve and input other things into this channel. So hopefully that could strike conversation with you know, you watching this video. Please let me know what you think about everything in the comments below. Leave me a comment. Constructive criticism is welcomed. Good, bad, whatever you want to leave. If you know you like this video, don't forget to give me a like. I would truly appreciate that. But anyway, enough with the chit chat. Let's get started. All right, so I repositioned. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. So we're gonna be repotting this cutie. Where did I get this from? Did someone gift it to me? Oh yes, actually my mother-in-law gifted it to me for Valentine's Day. I love that. I love when I am gifted plants, which, like, yes, flowers are plants, but I mean, like, in all reality, flowers only last, if it's not a rose bush, they don't last very long, okay? But when I mean like other plants, I mean like succulents, house plants. I love when I'm gifted those types of things during special occasions, because they hold a very special place in my heart. And I also have other cactuses that she gifted me last year on Mother's Day, and I still have them to this day. So yeah, so this one was gifted to me on Valentine's Day by my mother-in-law, and it was very small, and she is just flourishing. She's growing very big, and it's in like this little I can't think of the word, but this material is actually, like, you can plant this straight into like the soil, the dirt, and it will break down. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to take it out and put it into its own pot. So that's what we're going to do. And then I have my Hoya carnosa. Okay, I get so confused with the princess and the queen. I have both. I think the princess wears the gown and the queen wears the crown. Is this the queen? I don't know. It's the outer variegated. I also have the inner variegated somewhere. Okay, so let's get started with this one first. Excuse my nails, okay? I do my own nails, and I was doing the polygel. No, not polygel, Gel X. I was doing the Gel X, and I wanted to take a break from them, so I haven't done my nails. And yesterday I was doing the gel, but then I didn't finish the other hand, aka mom life. So that's what happens when you do your own nails. Like, yeah. So and today it was either do my other hand and fix this finger, or do this video, which I missed last week's upload. So I was like, you know what, my nails can wait. Let's get this video done. So let's talk about what I wanted to tell you about. So a couple hours ago, literally a couple hours ago, I went out to eat with my in-laws, and we went to a restaurant, and you know, the waiter comes and he's like, you know, taking our drinks, our order, this and that, whatever. And then he says, I have my son with me, and he says, what can I get for the little girl? And I'm just like, there's no little girl here, bro, okay? I was like, nothing. And he's not a girl, he's a boy. And you could just tell that he felt really bad. He apologized, which is fine, like, I understand, but like, I'm gonna correct you, because I'm just not gonna allow you to call my son a girl. Like, that is not what he is. And I'm gonna correct you. And so, you know, I didn't take any offense to it, but you know, once again, if it happens, I'm gonna correct you. And you guys, it happens so much. And the reason being, I think that people assume he's a little girl, which is a stupid reason, in all honesty, because he has long hair. Hair does not define gender, so that just baffles me. Like, I'm just like, bro, what the hell? Sorry if you can hear like a loud noise. It's our AC in the living room. So yeah, that's what that is. Anyways, so I just feel like, wait, let me finish telling you guys before I continue to go on what I think. So then literally right after this, these ladies sit next to us. There were these older women, and you know, my son is an eater, and he likes when I put the food, like little pieces of food in front of him, and he likes to pick it up and eat it himself. So they were like watching him eat. They were like looking over at us, and they're like, oh my god, she's so cute, how old is she? And they were asking my mother-in-law, and I turned and I'm like, oh, he's a boy and he's 15 months old. And they're like, oh, he's a boy, look at his hair, he has so long hair. And I'm just like, oh my god, it happened twice in a row. Like, literally, I think it's preparing me. This is preparing me for what I'm gonna experience. My plan has always been, like, if I have a boy, boys, I want them to have long hair. Like, as long as, like, they're able to make the decision of, yes, mom, I want to keep it, no, mom, I don't. I want my boys, I only have one boy right now, but I would like a future sibling for my child. You know, I do want another child. But y'all, this is a cruel, cruel world. And I just feel like we really have to shape our children into being prepared for this cruel, cruel world. And I don't want my child to get to the point where he wants to cut off his long hair because they're telling him that girls have long hair and that he looks like a girl. Like, I want him to be able to decide for him, like, hey, you know what, mom, long hair isn't for me anymore, I just want to cut it. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to learn and accept that everyone's different, and people are gonna judge you for being different. I want you to be able to make decisions for you and not for what people think. And so I'm just kind of like stuck there, because I know that me leaving my child's hair long, and if I succeed into getting him into school with long hair, that he is gonna get criticism. He is gonna probably even bullied. Like, so many kids get bullied for everything. I was bullied in school for years. Like, again, it's a cruel world, and I just, my main goal is to just like show my child, prepare him and make him strong to be able to just let it not affect him in that way. You know what I mean? And people and kids get bullied literally for the dumbest things ever. Like, it used to be like you would get bullied for having braces, for having glasses, for being chubby. Like, I was bullied because I have always been, a big girl, a big child. Like, I was always on the bigger side, and I got bullied for it. Not by girls, because if a girl would have bullied me for my weight, we would have squared up. I would have. It was always boys. Like, boys always bullied me because I was a chubby girl. And then when I lost weight back then, like, they all wanted to be my friends. Anyways, so like, like, I don't know, I just think it's so important that we instill strength into our children, and to be able to speak up, and just, I don't know, like, there's something that I have been working on, and you guys, it has taken me such a long time to get to this point in my life where I no longer care what people think about me. Like, I don't care if you see me wearing a t-shirt with an inverted cross. Call me a devil worshiper if you want. Like, I don't care. Like, my life doesn't revolve around caring what people think about me anymore. Like, I have gone past that, and I live very comfortable, and I sleep amazing at night. So like, I just have learned. I have gone through a lot of trial and error, don't get me wrong, especially when you grow up in a Hispanic household, a Mexican household, and it's always like, don't do this, don't do that, because people will talk about you, people will say this about you, people will think you're weird. Well, I have always been a weird child. I have always been that weird person. And it's just like, that is just instilled into you since you're a child. And it's like, oh, you don't want people to think this about you, or you don't want people saying that about you, or you don't want them talking bad about you. And you become someone you're not, because your whole life purpose is to not let people think badly of you. People always have something to say, always. If you're too skinny, oh my god, she's too skinny, she's on drugs. If you're too fat, oh my god, that girl is too large, she should lose weight. Like, people always got something to say, always. And yeah, I just don't care what people think about me anymore. And that's eventually where I want my child to be. And this came up literally because of his hair. And things just started racing through my mind, and this whole thing just came up into, everything is just reflecting and coming up because of his hair. Because I don't want him to just not do something because someone is like, you shouldn't do that. You're a boy. You shouldn't do that. I have always said, if my child wants to dye his hair, and my future children want to dye their hair, let's do it. Like, in a bright color. You want it blue, you want it pink, let's do it. You want to paint your nails? Alright, let's do it. Like, I want my children to be able to express themselves creatively, especially because when you grow up in a certain type of household where you're like, don't do this, don't do that, because people will talk, you know, you grow up that way. And like I said, I've come a long way to learn to a point now where I just don't care, and I want to instill that and show my children, my child, because I only have one right now, but my child and my future children, you know, that the color of your nails, the color of your hair, the way you dress is not going to define who you are. Like, who you are as a person, you know, whether good or bad. Like, if you want to be, you know, an alternative goth, that's fine. Like, shoot, I'll support that. Like anything. That is my main goal in life, and literally my life revolves around my child right now. Like, he is just everything. A lot of women say, like, oh, I don't want motherhood to define me, and I feel like in my situation, I did put everything on hold for him because I want to be present for him. I put my career on hold for him because I want to be present for my child, and I want to be able to instill strength into my child and prepare him again for this horrible, cruel world, you guys. And I'm not saying, like, survival of the fittest strong. Like, yes, that, but also, like, for him to be gentle, because I feel like if you're strong and you're gentle, I feel like that goes such a long way, especially in men, boys and men. I think that's super important, that, you know, it's okay to be warm, to be gentle as a man, as a boy, as a man. I'm kind of like blabbering away, but I just felt the need to talk about it. Let's normalize boys having long hair. Okay, it does not define their gender. Like, what? And also, like, he was wearing white and blue, which, again, colors don't define gender, but, like, his sippy cup was blue. Like, I don't know. Maybe they didn't see it. It's okay. Again, I'm not offended, because this is another thing that I'm working on. Okay? I'm not yelling, but I just start talking a little louder when I'm passionate about something I'm talking about. But I feel like if by my child, like, you know, dyeing their hair or dressing a certain way expresses their creativity and that's how they want to express themselves, by all means, I'm all for it. But then again, like, I am not gonna be up for damaging my child's hair either, or like damaging, you know, themselves. Like, no, like, there's also a limit. Like, let's do things this way, or, you know what I mean? Like, I am very aware, but I feel like creativity is so important, because I feel like, and for me, it's saved me in a lot of situations. Like, you know, a lot of things are going on here, and then you release it by being creative in a way, whether it's drawing, writing, creating anything. It just helps you release. And so, you know, if my children end up being, you know, creative, oh my god, I'm just gonna be like, heck yeah, like, let's do it. Like, I am all for it. Like, I love art. I love, you know, like, sculpture, statues. Like, I'm not very, like, educated when it comes to art. Like, I know a few things, few basics, but, you know, I love paintings. I love creating, making things, everything that falls in the category of art, like creating, like, that is just like something that I love. And so you know, I would always dye my hair. I would express my creativity through makeup, through my hair, and that's how it started for me. And I always took art classes. My electives were always in art class. Like, I always expressed myself in certain ways. A lot of times my light was dimmed, and I just, again, goes back to my child. Like, I want my child to be able to just express themselves creatively if he ends up being a creative person. Okay, so you can't control what someone says, does, or think about you. You can only change how you react. And literally, that's just something I've been working on. And believe me, I'm trying to be a better human being. Okay, I'm trying to be a contributing member of society. I'm trying to be a better person. Yeah. Because if it was Yoli from last year or the year before, I was pregnant, and the year after, I was going through postpartum. So I was a raging, okay, like, that girl, she was unhinged. She was something else. Let me tell you, she was wild. Now, if you would have told that Yoli something, then she would have just went off on you. But I'm truly just trying to work into being a better person, but also boundaries. Boundaries is another thing. Like, if you create boundaries, you're a bad person. If you create boundaries, you don't like someone because you're creating boundaries. But literally, boundaries are healthy. Like, I think it's important to build boundaries because, like, especially to someone who, like, is, like, not respecting what you have to say. This is a burro's tail, succulent. I think boundaries are super important, and you guys, don't be afraid to set a boundary. Literally with anything. Like, if it could be anything, like if you and your husband are joking around and he calls you a certain word, like, set that boundary. Don't ever call me that again. Like, I do not accept that. And if they don't respect your boundary, then again, this is when that other thing I was telling you about comes into place. Like, you can't control what others think, say, or do. You can only control how you react. So now think about how you're going to react to that. Like, what are you going to do? You know? I'm just saying in general. I'm not speaking, like, you know, in specific situation. Like, if some, like, does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I'm just blabbering. Hey, what are you doing? But yeah, like, that is that. Not that it, again, it didn't offend me, but I do feel like it sent me into a little spiral of, like, realizing that, you know, the whole hair thing is going to prepare me for our future. How am I going to react to that? You know, the only way I would actually cut his hair is because my baby he gets hot very fast. Okay, he's a sweaty boy. And I feel like sometimes his hair just causes him a lot of heat. So that would be the only way that I would actually cut his hair, is like, okay, like, I'm done, you know. But I have always wanted my children, my boys, if I have another boy, but I mean, I'm talking about Eva, but I'm also talking about my future children, like, to have long hair. I think boys with long hair are just, like, precious. So precious. And Yeah. And then he has like the cutest hair, like texture. It's so cute. Wow, I repotted all of them already. This is my philodendron silver sword. She is girthy, okay? She's a big girl. She has definitely sized up. I just feel like I need to train her to come back this way because she's kind of growing this way. So for those of you who live in my area, I will be doing like a post. I have a bunch of babies from her, cuttings. They're actually cuttings, and I have a bunch, and I already have two of this kind of plant, and I don't need any more. There's a bunch of them. So once I make that post, you know, if you're interested, or if you would like to message me to hold you one. I've had a couple people message me already to hold one for them. They're small, they're very small, but they grow so fast, and this is how big they get. This is the philodendron silver sword. They really get really pretty. Let me show you the other one. So this is like a medium-sized philodendron silver sword, and then this is like going on to more maturity. So yeah, I've chopped her many times, and they grow so fast. They're very good at growing. They don't require a lot of like strong direct light. They just like the space to be illuminated with light, and you water when the soil is dry. So they're actually very easy to take care of. So yeah, if anyone is interested, I have a bunch of babies. So yeah, I think I'm going to be selling them for like $5 maybe. I need to change them to soil because I have them. They were like they were stem cuttings, and I had to put them in sphagnum moss to. I can't talk. I took cuttings and I put those in sphagnum moss so that they could root, and they're very rooted. Some of them are about like that tall already, maybe. Yeah, I could see them from right here, and they're about that tall. So yeah, if anyone is interested, let me know. Thank you so much for watching today's video and hearing my little rant. I am definitely working on myself, and I'm preparing for the future. I'm a Capricorn, and I just like to plan. I like to be ready. I don't like surprises. So yeah, I mean, let me know, does anybody have boys with long hair? I just think that it's a beautiful thing, and I think that it should be normalized. Again, hair does not define gender. Like, what? Just kidding. So yeah, like, let me know what you guys think. Again, this is my personal opinion. This is my situation, and I'm gonna handle it how I think best. But again, let's just prepare our children to be strong and kind for this cruel world. They are the next generation, so you know, I feel like a lot of generations have just literally messed up this world more and more and more and more, and there's still hope that maybe our children's generation can fix that, can lead everyone to a better path, to a better future. But yeah, I don't want it to get too deep because I will take it there. I really will, and I don't have enough memory to take it there on my phone, so they had to cut the video already. Alright, you guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to, my voice is like I think I'm losing my voice. thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, we'll see you next week for another video. Bye.